Tech Tales 88. Today is July 25th on a Sunday morning, 6:53 a.m. And I'll tell you what, before we get started with time slips, in yesterday's live stream, I showed this Lenovo ThinkPad that I have for a client. And so now it's unboxed, Windows is initialized, and now I'm running the system update that comes with, or that's available with Lenovo computers to update drivers and such. And what it's wanting to do right now is to install a BIOS update. So I'm going to go ahead and click next here, and then do not power off during an update. Click yes. It's already installed several additional drivers and now just doing the BIOS update. So let's come back to start with time slips. The law office Bravo and Kilo. Let's see, I guess I've been referring to them as Bravo, but it's a partnership between two attorneys. So Bravo and Kilo is more accurate. 4:01 to 4:33 p.m. This was on the Monday, the July 12th, 32 minutes. Let's see, give you a quick peek over here. What's going on? That's already shutting down to go on to install that BIOS update. For Tango Alpha, the time slip is identified as for Tango Alpha, which is one of the two partnered attorneys. Work with Alpha by phone and remote connection to install and configure for the record court player and adjust settings. In a prior time slip, I had reported that I installed and configured for the record, which is for, it's a software available online to play court recordings of trials or hearings, whatever. And this is an out-of-state court that my client doesn't work out through that court system, so has never encountered this before. Well, this Alpha is another attorney that's working on the same case, and she is needing the same software to operate. So my client asked me to help this other attorney and bill the task to my client. So Alpha is not actually my client. Now, because this attorney was available, I was able to go create an account on the website and actually download the software and install it and show her how to use it. And also because I was able to interact with Alpha, I was able to show her some ways to be able to speed up the playback and jump ahead and do various things that my client didn't get to do that with me because she was in a meeting when I set this up for her and she was short on time. So that was kind of satisfying. So I made notes that I can, supplement that information later, but I don't know if they'll ever be needing it. So I switched back to this BIOS update a little while ago, thinking that my capture device was going to show it, but it doesn't. It just shows no signal. So it's in process of doing that update. Then moving on to the Law Office Whiskey on Monday, July 12th, 42 minutes, 6:30 to 7:12 p.m. For Juliet, the receptionist, connected remote to office computer and scanner, adjusted scanner settings to use grayscale at 300 dots per inch instead of full color at 300 dots per inch to make scanned documents use smaller file size. Sent email to Juliet with carbon copy to Romeo asking to compare results. So I did this because this is the office that's been having the trouble with their email boxes filling up. Well, as we've gone through this experience, they just kept filling up so fast, and so I would investigate a little bit more each time. Eventually, I found that they were emailing huge attachments, but they were emailing them to each other, not in and out of the office. And so why are they doing this, and why are these file sizes so large? So I went and looked at one of the attachments and looked at the number of pages and divided that into the file size and found that they were running 500 kilobytes. Yeah, 500 kilobytes per page, which is way too much. And so then in checking, I found that their scanner was set to do full color. Does this thing show yet? No, it still doesn't show. It's showing a message here, self-healing BIOS backup progressing. So I thought, this should not be. Let's scan in grayscale. Scan files, they don't need full color for documents. So I made that change. Later we're going to find that I had to reverse that. So I did that without approval, without discussing it, because I knew I could change it back quickly. And I just looking for a solution to that, because those email bins were just filling up so fast. So then also on Monday the 12th for the law office PAPA, 7:23 to 7:51 p.m. for Romeo, one of the legal assistants. Removed Ethernet cable from the floor, installed new short Ethernet cable, checked event log. Romeo reported much less troubles last week with new network card and temporary Ethernet cable. Direct along floor to the network closet. So I told you before that I ran the cable along the floor, put a new network card. So she reported a week of use of that. It was much less trouble, but still there was a glitch. So this is me taking out that cable, and then we're going to see how it goes from there, which I already know. You don't know yet. So then Tuesday the 13th for 13 minutes, the chiropractic office, Charlie, 10:46 to 10:49 a.m. for, I've got it labeled as Dr. Charlie. Phone and remote support to restore functionality for Dragon Naturally Speaking by closing the non-visible dictation window via Alt-Tab X, then restart computer properly. Disabled Windows News and Features. So most of you probably know about the Windows News and Features that showed up on the taskbar. So that's the last piece of it. But he uses Dragon Naturally Speaking extensively. I mean, he's dictating much of the day or between patients, and he dictates these very complex medical terms using the standard version of Dragon Naturally Speaking, which I'm still amazed with. But here the problem was, he closed Dragon Naturally Speaking, felt he needed to restart the computer. Something wasn't working right. So every time he tries to restart the computer, it says cannot restart because Dragon Naturally Speaking is still running, yet he can't see anything running. There doesn't appear to be anything running. So what I did is used Alt-Tab, and that displays the different programs that you have open right now. You know what? Let's do this. Yeah, come over to here. This should work. So Alt-Tab, and then when you float the mouse over any one of these, you can click the X to close it. So when I did Alt-Tab on his computer, I did find an item for Dragon Naturally Speaking, and I clicked the X, and that closed the program. So I reviewed that with him for how to do that. Because I know that that's happened a couple times before, not very often. Once I close it, restarted the computer to get a full normal restart. Oh, this is one where when I connected to his computer and I moved my mouse down to the notification area in the bottom right corner, I'm smiling because I used to call that sys tray, and somebody pointed out to me, technically that's not called sys tray. It's called notification area. Microsoft never called it sys tray officially. There is one place in Windows 10 where it does use that word. But in the notification area, when I floated the mouse over it, some icons just disappeared. 2 or 3 icons just disappeared as I floated the mouse over it, which told me there was a restart in progress that had not completed. That's consistent with what he told me. When he tried to restart the computer, it would not, because it claimed there was still a Dragon Naturally Speaking open. So once I actually did close down Dragon Naturally Speaking, I wanted to perform a normal restart. Then next is the Law Office PAPA. And this is on Tuesday, 6 minutes, 12:14 to 12:23 p.m. for Whiskey, is one of the partners in the business. Phone and remote support regarding unable to switch second monitor on office, unable to switch to second monitor on office computer while connected remotely to it. It's connected remotely with LogMeIn. And I don't know if it had been a while since he did it, but what happens when you're connected remotely with a computer that has one monitor, connected remotely to a computer that has two monitors, there's a toolbar at the top that you can use to switch to a different monitor. A little icon up there, looks like a monitor. Well, there's another little icon further off to the left for a completely unrelated purpose. He was clicking that to try to switch monitors. Now, this is the kind of thing where it's a good example to show that it's really hard to provide remote support or phone support to a person when you can't see the screen, because you can't see that they're clicking on the wrong icon. So the only way you're going to fix that if you can't see their screen is say, are you sure are you sure you're on the right icon? And he was sure that was the right place to click. So connected remotely, I could see he was doing wrong. And then, so what I did is I floated the mouse over the icon he was clicking on. So it gives that little bubble pop up to show what it's for. And it was a phrase that I don't even remember what it was, but he didn't even recognize. He said, what's that mean? And then I floated the mouse over the other icon and it said something like switch monitors. And he goes, oh, okay. So simple fix, but without connecting remotely, how long would that have taken to figure out? Yeah, I don't know. And let's see, that is it for that time slip. Next time slip on Wednesday, 9 minutes for the, no, we're at 12 minutes. Let's cut it off right there. That's good. So let's see, do we have anything to report over here? Yeah, we do. So here's the computer that finished the firmware update. Lenovo recommends you install these updates to optimize your computer. Please note, following updates may require to reboot more than once. Intel Management Engine. So this looks like more that's going to install, because I had asked for updates of all the drivers. So it had already installed some drivers before it went to do that BIOS update. So here it looks like there's some more to do. So that'll do it for this session. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.